Hello everyone and welcome back to this week's FailRace versus the community. This week we have C-Class front-wheel drive cars, no race tires allowed, and they must be no bigger than 245mm in width. Starting from P10 for this first race, you'll also notice Forza has added a radar which will be ever so useful. As we head into turn 1 we can see Alex hitting the back of Rusky's cars. We try and hold it around the outside. Quite a few cars behind us, got a car on our inside, that's Ewan. We're just trying to hold P10 here, maybe see if we can get up the inside of Alex, try and hold the position. We'll have to hold it the long way around through this right-hander. Alex a little bit wide with a bit of contact there. Hopefully we can get a better exit here as we make our way down sort of the back end of Lime Rock here for the first race. But Alex just able to get in front. We try and slot back into line, but Snoopy forces their way into the gap. And we'll try and push down to P11. We're going to back out once again, try and get to the inside. Snoopy making contact with Alex, slides out wide, and we'll retake that position for P10 as we come up to the final corner. Bit of contact between a couple of cars in front. Have to get on the brakes to not run into the back of Alex and just have nowhere to go with a bit of a roadblock in front of us. And I believe that was Ewan on our right hand side, but we're now looking to the outside in towards turn 1. Bit of contact there and back of Rusky, but we're just trying to follow the way around. Ewan has holding the inside on the grass on the exit, and that's going to give Gliska their opportunity. Now on the outside of turn 2, just trying to squeeze it off. Unfortunately we'll have to slot back into line, try and get a good exit out of turn 3. Now heading down, have a bit of a run on Glisker. We look to the inside, Glisker goes defensive, so we have to back out of the move. That allows Javi to get alongside on the outside. He's going to try and hold it round the outside, and he is going to get the move done there, unfortunately. So we're dropping back a little bit here on the second lap, just trying to get back into line as Longbow is all over a rear bumper. Heading through the final corner once again, a little bit of carnage up in front. Longbow has a better run through the final corner, but doesn't quite have anywhere to go with it. So as we head down towards turn 1 for the third lap, it's nearly 3 wide in front. Longbow's having a look to the inside, but we get breaking a little bit long, run deep into the corner. We end up falling Sleeka off into the grass, trying to recover, having fallen back to P17. We'll get Sleeka as we recover to the track. I'll guess up to 16th behind Maddie. As you can see, Snoopy there in front as well. They obviously with their issue on the first lap, running wide, but we'll have to settle down now. Bit of a gap in front as we cut to the final corner. Rixie is having quite a sideways moment, and that will gift us P15 there as they were fighting with Maddie. As we cut now to the start of lap 5, we've got a brilliant run on Maddie down, start finish straight into turn 1. We'll take that place, try and get the car slowed down for turn 1. Once again, running in very deep, keeping it off the grass this time, but Maddie will get the position back on the inside. We're going to look, see if we can maybe look to the outside, get a cut back. The space is there initially, but we weren't quite able to get our nose alongside. Once again now for the right-hander, opening up the entry, trying to carry more speed through, and we do get a better exit once again. Build to the right-hand side, and we'll get that move done nice and cleanly before the fast uphill right-hander here. But you can see Maddie closing in again in the braking zone, but we're just able to hold on to the position for now as we cut now to the start of lap 6, running a little bit deep into turns 1 and 2. Maddie closing in and has a good run here, might be able to make a move. We have a slightly better exit though, and we'll cover the inside for the left hand here. You can see Maddie trying to just open up the lines, taking carrying more speed through the corners to get a better exit. As we come out of the right-hander, a couple of cars meeting the tire on the exit 1, nearly rolling across into our path. Luckily we were just able to avoid both of those cars, and we're up to P12. Aaron now, having got past Maddie, is trying to put us under pressure for P12. At the start of lap 7 here, we get a little bit wide onto the grass again, slightly compromises us, but we're holding the inside for the left-hander, but we drift out wide, and that's going to give Aaron a good opportunity. Goes to the left-hand side here, can he hold it around the outside? Not quite, we slot in front. He's looking for a cutback now, he just about has his nose alongside, but we'll have a bit more acceleration down the straight to pull in front. We'll pull defensively to try and hold on to P12 here, but Aaron gets another cutback. Does he have the momentum on the exit? Not quite. We'll have to follow us through the penultimate corner now. You can see Aaron just taking a tighter line in the radar, looking for a wide pass. We'll go a bit defensive through the final corner. Aaron looking to the inside. We'll get a little bit of overlap, but can't hold it to the exit of the corner. And we'll use our acceleration down the start-finish straight to pull a little bit of a gap as we head into the braking for turn 1. Once again, just a bit too late, using a bit of engine braking, trying to help slow the car down. Aaron comes steaming in, but isn't quite close enough to get alongside, and he'll be pressuring us once more through the opening sector here. We get another bit of a slide, the rear end stepping out through the left-hander of turn 2. As they head through turn 3, Aaron trying to get a cutback this time once again, but this time it's a lot more successful. Nearly pulls completely alongside. The acceleration will start to pull us ahead, but Aaron's still there, still got his nose up the inside. We'll have to leave him space, and he does get that move done halfway round lap 8. But we know we have a bit more straight line speed on start-finish straight, so if we can stay close enough, maybe we can challenge back into T1. Aaron a little bit wide through the penultimate corner, allows us to close in a little bit more. Aaron not quite getting the gap that he'll need to try and stay in front. So as we come now out the final corner in the slipstream down towards turn 1, across the start-finish line, we'll pull to the inside. We'll not quite get in front as we head into turn 1. Aaron's going to hold it round the outside. We'll have to sort of slot back. We're still looking to see if there's an opportunity later on in the corner, but we don't quite have the grip to make use of it. So as we head into turn 2, Aaron opening up the left-hander, though running a little bit wide. This going to compromise his entry to the right-hander and misses the apex there, really compromising how much speed he carried through the corner. You can see that allows us to close up. We're closing. We're going to have a look to the inside. We're just going to throw our nose up down the inside just to compromise Aaron's run, just to limit how much speed he can carry. And as such, we still got our nose as we head to the penultimate corner down the inside. Aaron's going to be able to hold it round the outside, but we're just preventing Aaron from getting a gap this lap and from pulling away. So through the final corner now, we should be close enough to get a good run. Like that, we just back off on the entry of the corner and try and carry more speed through the second half of the corner onto the straights in the slipstream. We pull out a lot earlier than we did last lap. And on to the final lap now, we do just pull in front of Aaron. Aaron trying to look for the cutback, but we just park the car on the inside, preventing him from doing anything. So Aaron will have a couple of chances this lap to try and get back past, but he'll need to do it in a way that can get a gap to not be re-overtaken down the start-finish straight. We're just trying to cover the insides, try and cover any cutbacks, and so far we've held Aaron at bay through the first half of the lap, which is probably the weaker part of the lap for us. Once again, Aaron closes in on the uphill right-hander, but isn't quite close enough to do anything. We'll hold him in front, and we should be able to hold on to P12 now for the rest of the lap. You can see Aaron closing it, looking to the outside, but there isn't going to be any space there. Just one more corner to go. We hold a slightly defensive line just to prevent Aaron from getting to the inside, pushing us wide. And we'll be able to hold on to P12 as we come up to the line. What a brilliant battle there in the second half of the race. Unfortunate, of course, to be at this end of the grid with the mistake we made on the grass into turn 1. But a really good fight from that very enjoyable race. Still, you can see in our fastest laps, we weren't really quick enough to fight anyone. Maybe one car, the Dodge, in that leading pack. It would have been nice, fun fighting, trying to hold on, but we made that mistake. Now moving on to Silverstone, still in the wet here. We're starting from pole position this time. It's not such a great start. Second place, Maddie comes up alongside us on the inside. He's just going to get a little bit ahead into turn 1, but we're on the outside. We're going to carry more speed around the outside. We're going to reclaim the lead through turn 2 into Village. Now we're going to hold a slightly defensive line just to try and hold on to the lead for now, as we do into the loop and taking the shortcut for the international circuit here in the rain through this 90 right onto the Hanger Straight. And we've held on to the lead for now. Snoopy went for a move for second place in that right-hander, as seen on the replay, in that purple and yellow Citroen. And they've got up to P2. We cut forward a couple of laps now to start of lap 3 through turn 1. Me and Snoopy, we've managed to make a quite gap to the cars behind, 3 seconds to third place, but Snoopy trying to have a look. Late move to the inside, isn't quite close enough to get alongside, and will follow through Village and the loop. Now to this right-hander, once again just going slightly defensively, trying to dissuade Snoopy from making a move down the inside. But Snoopy is closing up. We do have a little bit more straight line speed than Snoopy, which will make this move a little bit more difficult, and will get that chance that we missed out on in the first race of sort of being able to defend a better position. But as we head through Stowe Corner, you can see that the grip Snoopy has in the Citroen closes up once more, but isn't going to be quite close enough to make a move into the Vale chicane here. But you can see closing up in the braking zone how much more grip that they have through the second part of the Vale chicane. Isn't quite close enough to make a cutback work, but they're by half a car length back through the final corner at Club onto the Hamilton Straight up towards Abbey. Now we just go slightly defensive, not using the entry curb, just trying not to sort of open a door to Snoopy to try and make a dive on the inside. They do have a bit more grip, so if they get impatient they might try something a little more aggressive. Snoopy with a better run through turn 3, tried to get the bar exit but just couldn't quite get to the inside. We'll go a bit defensive, just try and hold Snoopy to the outside through here once again, and they are still having to follow us through the gap now. 4 seconds to P3, that is now inherited by Longbow, and Pega taking P4 as well, just behind Longbow as well. So if they work together, if they don't fight each other, they may be able to close up to us, as we are fighting a little bit here, not side by side constantly, but we maybe have to be going defensive, as Snoopy's got a good run through Stowe Corner here, and is forcing us to go defensive into the Vale chicane. Snoopy looking to the outside, would give them the inside for the second part, but they can't quite get their nose up alongside. They try and get a better exit, maybe get a cutback on the run to Club Corner, but we just covered the inside enough that they weren't quite able to get there. A bit of a bump in the rear bumper, but if anything it did help us a little bit out of the corner. And the gap opens up a little bit now towards turn 1. You'll notice the wipers have turned off, the rain is getting lighter, and we'll see the track getting faster for the remainder of this race. That's just going to slightly change the dynamic of this battle for the lead. Snoopy once again closing up, is trying to look for an opportunity here. Once again we're going to have to go defensive into the right-hander of Chapel onto the Hanger Straight. Snoopy just not able to quite do anything through that right-hander. It's going to pick up the slipstream. It's not going to give them any overspeed, but it is going to help them stay close up to Stowe, maybe give them an opportunity once again into the Vale chicane. Braking now for Stowe Corner, the rear end, stepping out a bit of oversteer. You can see how that allows Snoopy to close up there by a car length back now in the slipstream towards Vale chicane. We're going to have to go defensive once again, but trying not to go too defensive. Snoopy not looking too aggressive here, but sort of going to be a repeat of last lap. Snoopy trying to go for the cutback, hits the rear bumper once again. We're just positioning our car quite cleverly on the apex, it's preventing any cutback, and then using our little bit more straight line speed, a little bit more acceleration to just open the gap up a little bit so we're not under too much pressure. Longbow is starting to close the gap, 3.5 seconds, but it's not closing that quickly since we are avoiding side-by-side situations. Into the loop again, Snoopy closes up, not quite as close as they were last lap though. As into Chapel now, half a second back. Can they maybe get a good run through Chapel this time? No, not quite. We've maybe had a bit of a better run this time too. Trying to push the car a little bit more. You can see on the split time we're a good bit up on our personal best so far, clean lap. That is of course track maybe just drying out a little bit as the rain's still a little bit of drizzle, but not as heavy as it was earlier in the race. We pull out 0.8 of a second now ahead as we head through Stowe Corner. As we head up to the Vale chicane, opening that gap to maybe a bit more of a second. Maybe we're finding some confidence in these drying conditions and we're just able to open the gap out a little bit. And yeah, as the track would dry up for the rest of the race, we were able to open that gap 1.5 seconds down. Longboat's closed gap to 2.5 seconds, but it wouldn't matter. The time has ran out. Round the final corner and up to the line, it'll be our second win in Motorsport versus the Community. From pole position, we had a couple of quicker cars. We were able to make a gap on the opening laps, managed to hold off Snoopy enough, and then we were a slight bit quicker when the weather dried in the later stages of the race, and those that were faster than us were just a bit too far back to ever close up. Maybe they were slowing each other down as well, fighting each other. It did look like there was a bit of a pack back there in the replay. However, after a couple of good races there, that's going to do it for this week's FailRace versus Community. Thank you everyone very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.